we're about to play the tutorial for the Flexity. Loading, loading, loading. Welcome to Vienna. I'm your virtual driving instructor in this tutorial. Are you ready to drive a real 40-tonner on the tracks of the Austrian capital? No. Gonna make me do it anyway, aren't you? Great. Now let's get started. This tutorial familiarises you with the basics of a tram and its environment without having to resort to manuals or guides. We're in the cab now. First we'll start with Vienna's new generation of trams, the Flexity, your new workplace. There are a lot of levers and switches in the cockpit, but don't worry, you'll quickly learn what they're for and you'll be driving the tram in no time. Before we get to the basics of operating the vehicle, I want to make sure you feel at home in your new cockpit. With the right stick, you can look around the cab. Let's start with the traction brake to the left of your seat. Currently it's in the neutral position. If you'll move it forward by pressing left stick, you will accelerate your tram. If you pull it forward towards you by moving the left stick down, you'll have tram brakes. Easy, right? Doesn't actually do it, but that's okay. Before we get down to driving, there are a couple of things I need to explain. Get on with it, Andy. The left camera view is hidden when you exceed a certain speed limit, so that's on the console here in the middle. These two cameras serve as rear mirrors to the operator of the tram from the outside. You can do more things with this screen, but you can take your time to look over it later, i.e. figure it out for yourself. We can drive anywhere. We need to connect the tram to the power grid. Open the D-pad menu and navigate to pantograph. Select the option to raise the pantograph. So I've done D-pad up, raise, and A. I have a sense of achievement. We are now connected. Right, give me a demonstration of what I've taught you so far. Accelerate to 30 kilometers an hour to get a sense of the tram. Well, it doesn't tell me I have to close the menu, but I probably should. Alright, left stick up. Here we go. 10k, 20k. Further forward, you press the stick, the more it accelerates. Now try and maintain speed. Fantastic. Alright, we're out for a cruise. Got the waypoints. Now you see a tram stop ahead of us. Gently decelerate using left stick down and stop so passengers can board or exit. The optimal stopping position that stops is indicated by a yellow dot in the middle of the track at the end of the tram stop. We call it the stopping point. Take care to bring the front of the tram to a stop right at that point, and it shows you with a little H and a triangle. If you accelerate or brake, you need to take care not to do so quickly or shaky, otherwise passengers will get thrown around in the tram and injured. Be careful, makes for a more comfortable journey and helps keep passengers safe. So pulling down the left stick just gently, just to slow us down again. They are quite responsive. While they're rail vehicles, they're not the heaviest thing, so that H is where I actually want to stop. And get that close to zero as we can. Excellent, you did a good job. Woohoo! But keep in mind that you won't be alone on the tracks. When going into the curve, use the indicator to show other road users what you're going to do. We're going to turn right now, so press right button to flash the right indicator. What about the passengers? What if I want to let them in? To turn off the indicator, press right button again. If you want to turn left, press suspense, left button, even though it's not there. What about the people? Don't they want to get in? I'm just going to let them in, okay? I can't, it won't let me. I'm locked out of the door controls. Alright, I guess we're driving around the corner. Won't even let me use the bell. Now you'd have a look for idiot car drivers, because there always are some. Idiot pedestrians. Because if you run into them, you lose points. Make sure you don't exceed speed limits unintentionally. What about intentionally? You can pre-select a speed in the D-pad menu under cruise control. This regulates your speed to avoid travelling too fast. Well, that doesn't sound like fun. Trams have speed limits too. Right now we can't go faster than 30 kilometres an hour. I'm hitting the manual
Wintenstraße.
We are going downhill, so I have to brake a little bit every now and again. Just had an announcement, so we've got to stop coming. There it is up there. So I'm just pulling back gently on the stick at the moment to slow us down. Let the skip that is. There's our H, which is our positional marker where we want to stop. And we get that as close to 0 as possible. The closer you are, the more points you get. That'll do. You drive a tram, but now you get into the most important part, transporting passengers. What about the other passengers who left them behind? Next to your driver's chair on the right armrest is a control panel. You issue the main door commands from it. It's really easy. Not on a PC, it's not. It's horrible. The important buttons are the blue one and the green one in the middle. The blue button releases the doors. That means the doors are still closed, but if a passenger wants to board or exit, they can press the button on the door to open it. I believe that's the X button on the Xbox controller. The green button cancels the door release. The doors will close and the door buttons will deactivate. That's a second press of the X button on the Xbox controller. Let's try it out. Righto. Sounds like fun, doesn't it? The passengers are getting impatient. Press X. So it's told me all about the buttons and it goes press X. I am pressing X. Nothing's happening. There they go. Clearly I was impatient. And because I pressed X more than once, they're closing. There we go. It's already done. Alright, I'll press it again. You gonna do it? No, you're not. That was the B button. Opens just the front doors. Oh, I've broken the tutorial because I pressed the X too early. Did you hear the clearance bell? It signals all the doors are now closed. No, they're not. Let's just flip outside and see. Oh, the back ones are all closed now. That's fine. There's the clearance bell. Ding. You can continue to drive around a bit in this tutorial to get more comfortable with the controls. Remember the stop points and try to stop the tram at that position. Righto, let's rock. Dingy dingy. You gonna let me go? Of course you are. You have to wait a while after the doors are shut before it'll let you power. Come on you. You let me go or not? You said I could go. You said I could drive. The door's actually shut. We had the bell. Ah, now I can drive. It does get a little bit confusing, I have to admit. I think it was probably counting my X keys there. That doorbell sound means there's a stop coming.
Bitte seien Sie achtsam. Andere brauchen Ihren Sitzplatz vielleicht notwendiger.
You know what? That was easy for you to say. Keeping it to below 30k is where you can. Stop coming up in 220 metres. I'm going to stop here. Press the X button. She doesn't open the doors. Press the B button and she'll get in. Hello, lady. There we go. Press the B button to shut that door. X button to lock the others. And we should be able to drive. Let's go back in the cab. There's a pedestrian crossing there, I think. No? Not. Okay. Got a red light though, so we can't go anywhere. Here we go. Green light. Now you have to obey normal traffic lights, but there's also tram traffic lights, and we'll see some of those shortly, I guess. The red thing is a go-via point. It's telling me where to go.
Davidgasse. Umsteigen zu 7a.
Stop here. We should probably open the back doors too. There they go. Close the back doors. Close the front doors. Back in the cab. Got a clearance bell. We're not allowed to go anywhere yet. Now the different signs that you can see here, there's the 3 flat bars which are telling me that we can't go, because that's basically a red for us, same as traffic lights. And up the top there you can see the left hand slash, which indicates that we're going to go straight at this particular intersection, because left hand is the straight path, so it'll have one. If you're going to turn right, it'll give you the other one. A means that it's time to shut your doors because the lights are changing. Apparently I've completed the tutorial. There you go. Tram base is completed. Tram signals is unlocked and playable now. Excellent. Why don't we go look at that one? So let's get back into our tutorials. Let's get into signals and start tutorial. Now in the PC version of this, I found the door controls quite infuriating. I have to say, they're not a lot better in this. Actually they are, because in the other one they use a German keyboard shortcuts. But they don't work that well on a 101 keyboard. Signals!
Matzleinsdorfer Platz. Umsteigen zu?
They are traffic lights for trams. The dots show when and where a tram can go. You can usually find them at intersections. 3 horizontal dots indicate that all vehicles must stop, like a red traffic light. 2 dots in the middle means you are clear to proceed straight ahead. If the dots make a diagonal left or right, it means that you are free to proceed left or right. Easy. Apparently. There are also a combination of several signals in one. For example, 2 dots in the middle and 1 on the right simply means you are free to proceed straight ahead and right. If you encounter an intersection without any of these signals, take your cue from the normal traffic light. Seeing as we're at a switch, I'll explain the signal showing the bar at the top right is the directional signal which shows information about the switch ahead of you. Switches are pretty easy to understand. They're usually just 2 directions in which you can proceed, either straight or turn. That's exactly what the signal shows. The switch is either set left, which in our case means you proceed straight ahead, or it's set right, allowing you to turn right. We want the left setting, so everything is fine. 2 other signals are a horizontal bar and a triangle. The horizontal bar indicates that you may not get too close to the switch if the tram ahead of you is crossing it. The triangle has a special meaning which is important because you need to make sure the switch can't be changed remotely.
6.
To the right you can see many signals around the traffic light. Another tram signal is the distance signal. When the A on it lights up, it's telling you that you'll be free to drive in a few seconds. You can then cancel the door release so no more passengers can board or alight.
18. In Richtung Burggasse, Stadthalle 62. In Richtung Leinz 14a. Badener Bahn nach Baden.
The lovely lady telling us all the places that we can stop. Now, are our doors shut at the moment? Look like they are. We got their A and we can go. The 3 dots, we can go straight or right, but the points are set left. Now across points you want to stay below about 15k, it's actually going a little bit quick. If you're turning through a set of points, you want to stay about 10k. We're coming down into the subway now. Go 30k's down into here. You're now approaching the Oostrab, a special part of the network because it runs underground. Does that mean the one above the ground is an A-strab? Probably not. It runs underground, has its own signalling system. This section is where you'll learn about the main signals you should know, so watch closely. You'll have to go faster down here. It's not telling me anything about the signals, but it just went past some green lights, so that's fine. Drive into the Oostrab and stop at the end of the platform. We've got a green and yellow one. What does that mean? I don't know, it doesn't tell me. We're coming into the platform. Let's stop here. Bit more, 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 bit more. That'll do. Stop there. In the Oostrab, it's especially important to stop exactly in front of the stop line so the switch can properly detect your tram and set the direction, and you can receive the signal to proceed. The 2 white arrows above the red light indicate that the switch will set when the red light turns off. Unlike the other switch signals, it does not show the switch's current setting. If you pass this signal, in the worst case, you will collide with another tram. Therefore, always stop before the stop point and only leave the station when the red signal turns off. Goody. We have green. Okay, the red signal is turned off and the switch is set. Let's go. Forgot the passengers again. Now we're turning through a switch here, so you want to keep the speed way down so you don't derail. Nice and slow, 10 kilometers an hour. And remember, your tram's pretty long. There's a lot of it. So a lot of it has to come around the corner. Don't speed up until it's all around the corner. Now we can speed up. Another green signal there. Well, it's going to tell us this time. You may have already noticed the little green and yellow signals on the right. Well, these ones are green. They aren't Christmas decorations somebody forgot to take down. Really? They are the driving signals you only find here in the Oostrab. The tunnels can get dark very quickly and visibility can become very poor, so these signals have been installed to indicate if the track section ahead of you is clear for you to proceed. You've got lights. The tunnel is divided into sections. The lights show if there are any vehicles in the next 2 sections ahead of you. If 2 green lights are on, these sections are clear and you can proceed at the speed limit. If 1 yellow light and 1 green light is lit, there is a vehicle in the section after the one ahead of you. Per the regulations, you may only proceed at 30 kilometers an hour maximum and you must drive by line of sight. If 2 yellows are lit, there is a vehicle in the next section and you may not exceed 15 kilometers an hour driving by sight. Makes sense, doesn't it?
18. In Richtung Schlachthausgasse.
Oops. No. Well, you don't want me to open the doors? Alright, let's go then. Switch is set, let's rock. I'm sorry, passengers. He doesn't want me to take you. Andy said no. Remember, low speed through points. Otherwise you'll run into that hole. Tram through yet? Nearly. There we go. Now it is.
Laurenzgasse.
Good to know. Green. Now to some other important signal. The approach signals. Some traffic areas can be pretty difficult. Just now you're in the tight right-hand curve. You can't see much, and you don't know if there's another tram right after the curve. But the signals would tell you. Anyway, and I'm going too fast, because I'm busy. The approach signal shows what to expect on the next main signal. This is very practical when you're in busy traffic areas or travelling at high speed. For example, if you proceed toward an intersection at high speed, the traffic light may change earlier than anticipated, and you won't have time to stop the tram before you reach it. Typical tram driver. In cases like these, an approach signal installed at a good distance from the intersection would already show a stop signal, even though the traffic light which comes after it is still green. By the time the tram gets there, it will have turned red. So remember, if you see an approach signal, you can prepare properly for the next main signal. Those are the main signals you need to know to get started. Drive around a little and familiarise yourself with the signals. Now that you know what they mean and what to do, you should find driving even easier. I need to stop at the station. I don't know. Apparently not. I'm just going to keep going. Oh, going into a cutscene. Oh, we haven't. It's making me do it again. Wants me to stop. Alright, we'll stop then. I don't think I've ever had that happen in the PC version. Great job! What about all the other signals? We're supposed to drive around and learn about them? You are clear to proceed, straight ahead. Alright. It won't let me do anything else. I'm not allowed to open doors or anything. Off we go. Green lights. Green lights.
Johannstraußgasse. Umsteigen zu 13a.
Coming out of the underground section now, the Tram, so we have to slow down. It's only like 230 up here. There's a green and a yellow, which means that there's a tram ahead of us. There's a stop here. Again, I don't know if it wants me to stop or not. And there's the advanced signal telling me that the next one is red. So I guess we'll be stopping regardless. See if it lets me open the doors. Just coming to a gentle stop here. That'll do. Can open the doors. Can we open the doors? No, we're not allowed to open the doors. Sorry, passengers. Andy won't let me. Yes, I'd look depressed too. I'm sorry. And away we go. Bad Andy. There's another one with an approach to a red. There's the red signal just up here. Slow down. We're going to have to stop. Yes, we're going to have to stop. There we go. And we can go. Apparently, that's a green tram signal, so off we go.
Meierhofgasse.
Got a green on the approach. Keep going for this one. Staying under the speed limit. green on this one. Coming up to a pedestrian crossing, they do run out in front of you sometimes. Be prepared to stop. I'm not sure it wants me to stop or not, so I'm just going to keep going. No, it's making me stop. It stopped me. Okay. Can we go ahead again then? Guess so. Alright, so it doesn't want me to open the doors, but it wants me to stop. That's intuitive. So if you miss a stop, it picks you up and puts you back there. That would be called Nebworth mode. Alright, stop and drive. Great job! We're finished apparently. Okay. Now we can do gameplay. Woo! I'll probably split these up into separate videos, I guess. Gameplay! Let's go. Gameplay. This is the tutorial. Let's just play it through. When driving, you can earn Tramsim points. You get them by performing tasks or actions while driving, like stopping with precision, driving on time, and so much more. Points you have earned are displayed at the right side of the screen in the TSP action pop-ups. Fantastic. You carry out several actions correctly in succession, you can build up a TSP combo. When a TSP combo is active, you earn bonus points on each action that follows. The TSP action pop-ups changes colour when the TSP combo is active. Combo. Do you want fries with that? Then you better get a combo. If you make a mistake, the TSP combo will end. Or, don't worry, you can build up to it again. Or, at the end of each trip, the driver's log will show all the TSP you earned, which will be saved to your profile. Certain game modes and the duration of the trip earn extra points, which are added at the end of the session. I'm not a points person, just saying. You accumulate TSP, you level up. Levels show how experienced you are. The higher your level, the more TSP it takes to level up. You just want to enjoy the simulation without distractions, you can customize which TSP UI elements are displayed and even hide them completely in the options by pressing the 3 bars. Does it want me to do that? No, it doesn't want me to do that. Maybe it did want me to do that. Navigate to the HUD settings icon in the game menu to customize your settings. When you are satisfied with the adjustments, you can exit the HUD settings menu. Wow, this is so advanced. Can I go in there? No? I'm not allowed to go in there. Well, how do I get up there? Ah, there we go. Right D-pad. Woohoo. Insert level up. That's on. Let's turn that off. Warning info assist. Let's turn that off. Profile window. Let's turn that off too. TSP insert. Turn that off as well. Because, you know, I'm not a points person, but that's okay. But I better turn them all on. You know why? Because it's a tutorial and it wants me to see them. Okay, let's go back. And back to the game. No, we have to use buttons this time. No, D-pad left. There we go. This is so confusing. And A. Okay. A-okay. You can hide and unhide the HUD by pressing the hide and unhide HUD button. Very good. That's it for the main gameplay features. You can go to a tutorial and help to play the individual tutorial scenarios, or look up information about gameplay, signals, and operating the tram if you happen to forget anything. Fantastic. Now you are ready to drive a tram on Vienna streets by yourself. Congratulations and good luck. Bye, Andy. No more Andy. Well, that's all the tutorials. Covers, I suppose it covers the bulk of what you need. So, yeah, let's go drive a tram, shall we?